Hello everyone, Antibrita1M here and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to address and raise a few important questions about the nature of novels and plays and school essays and the subjective and the objective, including the ad hominem, analyzing things in ad hominem ways. Now, I've had poems published in Quadrant or accepted by Quadrant, which are ad hominem type of poems. They address particular characters and are very subjective. And I just wanted to say that expressing ad hominems is a really powerful way of, becomes a really powerful way of understanding the world, the people in it, and how people operate, how they think. And this leads me to The Catcher in the Rye, which is my favourite novel of all time. Catcher in the Rye is by JD Salinger, and it has a lot of characterizations in it. It doesn't write essays at all. In fact, it despises essays in the actual book itself. But it has so many ad hominems in it that it characterizes human existence so well and is so memorable a book that it has become a great novel. So characters such as Ackley, I think his name is, who picks his nose and has gross habits and is really slow to accept invitations to socialize. And there's other characters like this girl who plays chess and starts to cry when her hulk of a father calls her from a distance. All of these characters are really, really graphic. And the novel is really great, not because it pieces together all of these ad hominems, but because it separates them and allows us to see them as exhibits of the human existence. So The Catcher in the Rye is deeply subjective. It subjectivizes characters, but at the same time it objectifies them by being extremely subjective. Through the eyes of the narrator or the main character, Holden Caulfield. So in school, when we're told to write essays, we are told not to be too subjective in our appraisal. I think most of this is garbage because the more subjective we are, the more objective we can also be. The greatest subjectivity actually shows up as objectivity when it is dearly and clearly expressed. That's my theme for this video. Now, while I do not believe that any type of writing should be sloppy and slovenly, whether it be a poem or a novel or an essay, I also believe that there should be a lot of free will in how the writing is crafted. So you basically should be allowed to write any style you like, but it should be an academic and very well considered approach to the question, in your own way. So it can be a poem or, even a fiction about something, but it needs to be done in a very educated way. Now at Cambridge Grammar School in high school, when I was there in the late 90s, I was a very good poet already, but I was a relatively bad essayist and never got top marks for my essays in English class. Basically because I was bad at explaining myself in laborious terms. I always wanted to make myself brief, and I was very good at that, and I was very good at original thinking, etc. But I was not good at writing objectively simple and laborious essays. At university level, I also had a great variety of marks ranging from high distinctions to bare passes and even failures for my English essays. So a lot of different variants of success in my English career. Now with a book like The Catcher in the Rye, I believe that the more we analyse that book, the more we can join the dots of what it means to be human. And being human involves the entire psyche of being human, all the questions and conundrums and enigmas and predicaments of being a human being is so important to analyze through that book, something like that book. And and it's incredibly useful to analyze in ad hominem ways. Most people who watch my channel regularly may understand that I'm a fan of physiognomical analysis. So I observe people's metabolism, their physical attributes, etc., and I attribute their behaviors significantly to their physical attributes as well, but not exclusively. So I wouldn't judge a person entirely based on the way they walk, for example, or the way they look. But it's also a very good indicator of the way that they are as a person. I used to call this to be under someone's breath. To be under someone's breath is to analyze the way they breathe, the way they act, and how they operate that way. So I think that the greatest travesty and the greatest disappointment with academics in the world today is that we don't realize that being subjective, highly subjective, is actually a great way to be objective, to be objective. So I really want to break down those prejudices in the academic world about how ad hominems are bad, ad hominems are terrible, and all this sort of crap. Doesn't make sense to me. Ultimately, how you feel and how subjectively you feel something will lead to a universal feeling, because we are all humans and we all inherently are able to share our personal predicaments and turn them into universal ones. And that, I believe, is the secret to finding the truth about life. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.